All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to crack the code on one of those German grammar points that just feels weird at first. We're talking about a special group of verbs that love to flip sentences completely upside down. Let's get right into it.
So let's start with the big mystery right here. Your English-speaking brain wants to say, I like the car. So you translate it word for word. Ich gefalle das Auto. But that's totally wrong, right? The correct German sentence feels completely backwards. What on earth is going on? Well, this isn't just some random, quirky exception you have to memorize. It's actually a key that unlocks a huge piece of how German grammar works. Think of this as a little puzzle we're about to solve together. And trust me, once you see the logic behind it, you'll never look at these sentences the same way again.
And the solution to our puzzle, well, it has a name. We're talking about a special club of verbs in German called Dative Verbs. And the thing about this club is, it has one very important non-negotiable rule.
And here's that rule. These verbs are a little bit demanding. Unlike most of the verbs you've learned, which take a direct object in the accusative case, these guys have a special requirement. The person or thing they're directed at has to be in the dative case. No exceptions. It's just how they're wired. So, to really, really get this, we're going to put the most common and, let's be honest, the most confusing dative verb under the microscope, gefallen. If we can understand this one, the rest are going to fall into place like dominoes. Okay, so just look at this side by side. On the left, you've got the English logic. It's simple, it's what we know. But then you look at the German on the right, and you can see the roles are just totally swapped. So what gives? In English, it's super straightforward, right? I is the subject, the one doing the liking. The car is the object, the thing that's getting liked. Subject, verb, object. Simple, clean, done. And here it is. This is the mind flip. In German, with this verb, the thing you like, the car, is actually the subject of the sentence, and the person doing the liking, that's me, becomes the dative object. The key to unlocking this whole thing is the literal translation. The car is pleasing to me. Ah, when you think of it that way, it suddenly makes perfect sense why it has to be mir and not ish. Now here's the best part. Gefallen isn't some lone wolf acting weird all by itself. No, it's part of a whole crew of verbs that all follow this exact same logic. Once you can spot them, you know exactly how to handle them every single time. Just take a look at this list. You can see the pattern everywhere. You don't say, ich helfe dich. You say, ich helfe dir, because you're giving help to someone. You thank to someone. Ich danke dir. You answer to someone. You belong to someone. It's the same logic again and again. Let's try it with another one. Schmecken, the verb for tasting. It works just like gefallen. You wouldn't say the children are tasting the pizza. No. The pizza is the subject. The pizza is the thing doing the action. The pizza tastes good to the children. See? Same mind flip, different verb. Okay, the theory is one thing, but making this automatic is all about practice. So let's run through a few quick examples and point out the common mistakes so you know exactly what to watch out for. These are pretty much the three classic mistakes. First, just defaulting to the accusative out of habit, like saying ich helfe dich. Second, getting the subject and object mixed up, especially with verbs like gefallen. And third, just forgetting that this special little club of verbs even exists. But hey, now you're in on the secret, so these traps should be way easier to sidestep. All right, you're up. First one, the verb is danken, which we know is a dative verb. So how do you say you in the formal sense in the dative case? Think about it for a second, and that's it. Ihnen. I thank to you for the gift. Perfect. Let's do another one. Okay, next up is our headliner, gefallen. Remember, die Musik is the subject here. So, the music is pleasing to whom? What's the dative for the informal you? Yep, it's gotta be der. Is the music pleasing to you? See, you're totally getting this. Okay, a little trickier now. The verb is antworten. We answer to someone. The noun is feminine, die Lehrerin. So what happens to die when it goes into the dative case? You got it, Belehrerin. That feminine die always flips to ber in the dative. We answer to the teacher. Nicely done. And the last one. The food tastes very good. To whom? What's the dative pronoun for us? Bingo. Uns. The food tastes very good to us. It's almost easy once you know the rule, isn't it? So look, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. Dative verbs are basically grammar bullies. They don't ask, they don't suggest, they force the dative case onto their object. Burn that idea into your brain and you've got this mastered.
And now, to really make this stick, I've got a final question for you. Look around the room you're in right now. Using another one of our dative verbs, gehören, which means to belong to, what object in that room gehört dir? What belongs to you? Go ahead, say it out loud. Answering that is your first step to making this stuff second nature. Thanks for joining me on The Explainer.